what does love mean in 2020, and for the new decade? You know, I think, at the turn of the century, there was a lot of things introduced. You had the internet, you had cell phones, you had a lot of things that was introduced into the social construct, right? That that changed the way that we communicated, changed our access to different things. Like before the cell phone, before the internet especially, but before the cell phone, before the internet, most people didn't come across or didn't cross paths with a certain, with so many people. It was in their community, whatever your community was. If you live in New York, if you live on the outskirts somewhere in a suburban area, in a rural area, if you was from a small town, there was a likelihood that you were going to be involved with somebody within those communities. You know what I'm saying? But at the introduction of cell phones and the internet, you are now coming across, 10, 20, 50, 100, 80%, 100% more people than you normally would. You understand? So I think that it shifted the way that we saw and the way that we conducted ourselves when it came down to relationships, dating, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? So, you got a lot of people that have, what I'm gonna call the option syndrome, where it's like, and don't get me wrong, you should have standards when you talking about dating, right? You should have standards, but the internet has unfortunately forced us to go into this learning curve, where you gotta learn. We had to learn that more is not necessarily better. Having more access is not necessarily better. You understand? It requires you to have even more of a grasp on who you are. You understand? Because and then after that, after you understand who you are and what you want, because obviously our society, we're very materialistic naturally. So the more attractive somebody is, the more somebody earns.
What's going on, Vibe Tribe? It's Donte Vibes here. Again, I always appreciate you all checking out the content. Can't tell you how excited I am for 2020. Listen, it's 2020. You ain't had a chance to let your hair down, chill. You ain't been out with the girls. You ain't been out on a date with your significant other. You need to do yourself a favor. Come out on Wednesday. Get some of this R&B. I promise you, you're going to have a good time. Food is good. Drinks is for the low. Game is going to be playing. And the R&B going to be crazy. Guaranteed. All the details is at the link. See you Wednesday.